It's been a minute since I made any kind of video since the end of this end of the season. We've been through the award ceremony, banquet, whatever, endured the torturous Toyota speeches and Kyle Busch, and it was just obnoxious. But uh, second year in a row, Chase got most popular driver, which is no surprise. So, and people like wonder why he wins these like so-called popularity. I'm like, people realize it's fan voted. He has a large fan base. Hello, see that large fan base? Who generally wants to see him do well and support him through everything in his racing career. Um, I have been a fan of his for over 5 years, just about 5 years, and people literally always are making comments about his personality and his demeanor or whatever. And of course, every time he's been brought up about the most popular driver or just any kind of post, people are like always shoving this Elliott kid in our face, golden boy, and this and that. And it's always another post. I'm like, literally, if you look at their Instagram or whatever, like, if you look at like NASCAR's Instagram, they've literally maybe posted about Chase one, two, two times, and they post literally about everyone else. Doesn't make any sense how people like, oh, it's always about Chase, always about. Where on there do you see like we had like one post about Chase, and that was this one, and that one. Since then, it's been Kyle Busch or every other driver there is, and people are like, it's always about Chase. It's always about Chase, and I'm like, all they do is post about him, and I'm like, no, they really don't. If you've been paying attention since you just love to complain about a driver you just don't give a shit about, um, they post about other drivers. So it's the end of the season, they're posting about every driver that's been in the playoffs, or they were like all in the top 16, the showing the burnouts, whatever stuff from banquet and whatnot. It's not just all about Chase. Today, like not today, was it today? They posted something, um, doing this like beginning of the decade, end of the decade thing, like this post right here. Oh, I can't see that really, but that thing, um, like they did it for Blaney and they did it for Chase, and and Benedetto, but like of course since it's Chase, people have to be such immature little babies and always have to bring in Kyle Busch into it. Like this one says, Kyle Busch just wins championships. Congrats. Da, 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 da. Here's one. Just like Junior, no talent and daddy's money. I'm like, it's odd because if he didn't have any talent, he wouldn't have won 6 races in the last little over a year. Won Rookie of the Year in both series that he's been in. Won at least a race in each series he's been in. Literally, he's won in everything he's driven since he was like 8. Um, won the Xfinity Championship in 2014. Most popular driver both years he was in Xfinity. And the last 2 years, he's been most popular driver, and people want to make it about his personality. Yes, it's not. He's not over the top. He's not like, say, Boyer or Blaney or um, Bubba or any of those people who are like super like over the top and like you can tell like they're super funny and like all that, but realize yes, they have that kind of personality, but Chase has his own personality. He's relatable. He's a laid back guy who can get along with everybody, super classy, respects everybody, cares about everybody, loves his fans. Um, like the way he interacts with people, like his fans and stuff like that, and the way he talks to people is why people like him. He doesn't have to put on like this fake smile and 24/7 and have to like make stupid jokes and be like super crazy 24/7 like Boyer, Boy, whatever. I'm like I like Blaney and Bubba, but it's just let Chase be Chase. Yes, he has a quiet demeanor. He's a little, a little subdued, but some people are drawn to that as a fan. Like we don't need over the top and flashy and whatnot like Bush. We don't need another Bush. Um, like I've said to people, like I've met him a handful of times. Like this and the 2 times I went to the race this year in Phoenix. He's People don't understand. He's actually pretty damn funny. Um, he actually talks to you like has a full conversation with you. Um, and he's just super like just genuine about his fan base. Like he doesn't let anything like go to his head. He has mentioned like the most popular driver awards more than just an award or a trophy to him. It's more about the fans, like the people who generally are excited either to meet him or want him to do well and support him at the track, like wearing his hats, t-shirts, or whatever, and have his gear and just wanting him to do well. And just the fact that people aren't some people I had an argument with this one person today. It was like talking to a teenage boy. Looks like one too. Um, Let me find what this person said. People are just dumb. This person started out saying like Truex won the championship. Kyle has two. Elliott has two most popular driver wins. Oh wow, definitely not overrated. My thing is a driver is not considered overrated because of not winning a championship. Realize how long I told this person, how long did it take for Truex and Bush to get their first championship well into their career, like over a decade. It took them to both of them to get like just one. And it took another 5 years or so for Bush to get another one. So the point being made there was just to sound stupid, honestly. Um, it, no driver at the age of 24 in the Cup Series is gonna be um, winning the championship. Like he's fully capable of doing it. Like Chase is fully capable of doing it. He's been in the running every single year since he started in the Cup Series. What other freaking 20-something-year-old has been um, consistently running well every single year in the Cup Series for 4 straight years in the playoffs, making it to the round of 12, 3 straight of those years, um, Well, first year he made it to the round of 12. These past three, he made it to the round of 8, almost making it to the round of 4 in two of them. Because this past year was a shit show. And I can say that because I witnessed it. But he's been in the top 10 or top 5 in points every single year. He's been super consistent with his finishes, laps led. Um, like this year, he I think doubled his laps led or something like that than over last year. Um, won another 3 races, which is hard to do these days for anyone at that level. Um, like I made a point he won at the Roval. He came back from pretty much running into the freaking wall, getting some damage to his car, but still had the speed. Came from basically dead last and still won the damn race. And he dominated Watkins Glen, and someone that person was saying hold on, said Robo he had no damage, so basically just went to the back when he did that at Talladega. Blaney didn't come from the back at Talladega. What the hell is wrong with you, Larson? Like Chase won Talladega, so Blaney. I get that. I'm talking about Chase right now. Won Talladega. He dominated Watkins Glen like no one's like. He led every single lap but 10 of them. 10. He led 80 laps of that race. There was no touching him. He was like the pole sitter and completely dominated that race, and then dominates the Roval. But this person just doesn't want to admit that Chase is an actual good driver. He just wants to be like, yep. Everyone goes by that stupid excuse of his last name and daddy's money and this and that. I'm like, I'm sorry, but his dad's not driving the car. His dad didn't win those 6 races for him. His daddy's money did not do anything to get him into the Cup Series. His talent and performance alone got him into the Cup Series. He had a little bit of help from his father, but that's only because I don't even know. But every young driver these days either has financial help from a parent for a brief moment in time until they make it and can do it basically on their own. And this is Chase it's at another level when it comes to talent basically. But some people just don't want to ever admit that he's going to be ever a good driver. He's just another Dale Jr., which I still don't understand why people say that because Jr. was a really good driver. The win count doesn't really um, reflect that, but 26 wins, he's won almost, he's won at Talladega, 4 straight times? No one else has been able to do that. Won the Daytona 500 twice. Twice. He's one of the best restrictor plate drivers that we've pretty much ever had besides Brad Keselowski, but right now that's active. But Dale Jr. is pretty much the best restrictor plate driver I've ever seen. But just saying these two are just going by because of their last name is bullshit. Yes, Dale had Dale Earnhardt as a father, but he worked for what he has right now and is genuine and humble about it. And that's why people like him. He's laid back. He has that same demeanor Chase does. And that's why people gravitate to him because he's not fake. He's not this over the top guy. He just wants to get out there, do his best, not make excuses like some people do. He interacts with his fans. Um, he may not be like look like he's happy half the time, but just because he's not smiling doesn't mean he's not happy. So like just little things that he does is why people like him so much. It doesn't have to be because he's funny. Like he has a kind of like a dry sense of humor. So, but like no matter what I said to this person, it was just like nothing. I'm like the kid can flat out drive. He's not a kid anymore. He's 24, but he's extremely talented. People want to say if he's overrated, he would have not won 6 races um, in the past year or so. It hasn't been in the playoff. Wouldn't have been in the playoffs at all, like Suarez. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna move on to some other NASCAR news. There's been some like silly season like big news came out this week that Cole Pern is leaving JGR and dropping as its crew chief from the 19, which is crazy. And then JGR Crosley um, runs in like the truck series, and I guess one of the lower series. I think it's like ARCA or Canon. I don't even know. Um, but their truck series program is moving over to Ford next year, and the driver announcement's coming out next week. And there's like rumors that Haley Deegan could be taking over, like either part time or full time, um, in that stable. So, but it's hard to believe that a Toyota driver would move over to a Ford, but it's been happening like all silly season. So, and personal driver news: the Dillons, Austin and Whitney, just announced that they're having their first baby in June, which is so exciting. I just want to say to the people who are being nasty about it, grow the hell up. Is this a happy news? I've been waiting for this like announcement to come for like such a long time. They just celebrated their 2-year wedding anniversary. Um, so I'm like, they're gonna be such great parents. They're like so cute. Like they did a photo shoot at Charlotte Motor Speedway where Dylan got his first cup win, and they did the baby announcement through that. So that was pretty cool. Um, so congrats to them. There's a lot of babies on the way, so I can't even keep track how many babies are coming. Hemrick is having a baby. Now the Dylans are having a baby. I think Corey LaJoy's having a baby. So other than that, driver. Let's see, I saw Brendan Poole is going to be in the Cup Series next year, driving the 15 for Premium Motorsport or something like that. So that's pretty cool. Ty Majeski will be with, I want to say, Nice Motorsports, the team that Ross Chastain was running in the truck series. So there's just so much going on. Like once I get like everything like put together, I'll make another video about it. But yeah. Plus, I'll be making another video about like personally what I got going on because there's been a lot going on up in here, and so well yeah, and I got one of these, so yeah. But I'll make another video more on like what's going on with me and whatnot. So um, and some vacation like pictures I've been seeing, like the Blaneys are all on vacation together with the William Byron and Bubba, the Hemricks, and some of their buddies. And anyone know that Aaron Blaney and William Byron are dating now, so they're super cute. I think they're like the cutest couple out there right now, besides the Dylans. I love them. So they take those two take the top spot for like the cutest couple. I didn't see that coming, but I'm kind of happy that they did get together. They're both pretty fairly faith Christian based people, so I feel like they would get along pretty well. Um, and I feel like it's just funny seeing these pictures of Blaney like standing in the background. All these pictures with William and Aaron. It's super funny, but I just want to get a lot of that off my chest a little bit. Um, so there's just rumors going around the sport about who's going to be in the DGR Crosley camp, who's going to be the next crew chief for Truex. Um, what else? We're all now still speculating about who will drive the 48 in 2021. Um, so, football news. I want to get into football. My team has not been doing too well. Patriots have lost 2 in a row, which is not like them, and it's really frustrating, but I still have their backs. It's okay. And Chargers, not having the greatest season, but Philip Rivers had his 38th birthday on Sunday, um, and scored 38 points that game before his the second string came in and took over. Um, my team dominated 45-10 against Jacksonville. People were like, it doesn't mean much. It's Jacksonville, but realize that's just like a little bit of a confidence booster because our luck has not been all that great. We lost, been losing to these teams that we should be winning against. Like we beat the crap out of the Packers, but we couldn't beat the freaking Raiders or the Broncos, and it's really irritating. But I'm gonna get off this topic and move into some personal ones in my next video. So I'll upload this one, film my personal one right after this one. So stay tuned.